Hey everyone, thank you for watching. Today's video is going to be a new Will I Buy It? I post my Will I Buy It series every single Wednesday, chatting over new makeup releases, my thoughts on them, if I'm planning to pick them up or pass over them. I'll have my playlist linked down below as well as the community playlist, which I started so any creator that makes this style of new releases video can add theirs to the playlist so you can binge watch on this topic, maybe find a new creator, all that fun stuff. But I do have a lot to chat about this week, so why don't we go ahead and get started. So I'm going to just slide over here real quickly. Make it look like I have Perry coming out of my head, you know, all that good stuff. Okay, anyway, so let's see, what should I start off with today? I feel like my mood is a little bit down because this morning is when I filmed my like follow-up Jaclyn Hill video, and actually at the time I'm sitting down to film, the video is uploading to YouTube, so I'm kind of keeping an eye on that so I can get that up. So I'm just kind of feeling like in a funky mood at this point, but you know what, we have a lot of new makeup to talk about, some fun things to talk about. It's Monday, the sun is shining here in Iowa. It's a good day. Okay, so first up, I think a lot of people are pretty excited about this. I got a lot of tags on a new foundation. This is the Stay Naked foundation from Urban Decay. It's going to be a liquid foundation in 50 shades, which is awesome. $39 each. All I see right now on the Trend Mood post, I will have her linked in my description box as I always do. All I see right now is coming soon, so I don't have a ton of details to go off of. What the finish is going to be, is it full coverage? I don't know. We can see the actual bottle. It looks like there's a pump on it. So far off the bat, I'm curious about this. I'll definitely be watching for more news and for more updates, but I do like a lot of the Urban Decay complexion products. I really enjoy the One and Done. The Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer is one of my favorite concealers, so I'm really excited about this. I definitely will be keeping my eye on it, but we don't have a ton to go off of as of yet, but I'll be eyeing that one. So I also got quite a few tags on new eyeshadow palettes that Milani is coming out with. So they have 2 new eyeshadow palettes coming. Each one has 16 shades. They're going to be $19.99 each. We have Gilded Noir and also Gilded Rouge. So will be available June 11th at Milani, and then also coming soon to Ulta Beauty. These definitely do look really beautiful. Milani, a lot of times when Milani releases eyeshadow palettes, I tend to give them a second look. Not all the time, but a lot of the times. I just think that they do a really good job with their packaging. And both of these, I definitely kind of give a side eye to. I really do like the packaging on the front. The insides definitely do look pretty also, but so I gave them a further look. I was looking at the swatch photos of them. I think the one that I was more interested in is the Gilded Rouge, was the one that kind of called my attention the most. But I think I decided that I don't really need these. They're only $20, which isn't a bad price at all, but I'm just kind of feeling some eyeshadow palette fatigue. Not a lot are calling to me. Not a lot even in my own collection are really calling to me. I do have the Berries and Cream on from Dominique Cosmetics today. I pulled that one into my Shop My Stash for June, and I just plan on using it as much as I can throughout the month. So that's the palette that I have on my eyes today. But yeah, they gave me the double take, and I checked them out a little bit further, but I have to really excited for something. And last week I actually mentioned Dominique Cosmetics and the Rustic Glam palette, and I said that one actually did catch my attention. So I'm still kind of thinking about picking that one up from Sephora. I didn't run out and grab it right away, but I'm still eyeing that one. But the ones from Milani I think are really pretty, but I'm gonna pass over them. So there is a new brand coming out, which is always exciting. So, and this one is going to be exclusive to Target, which I thought was very interesting. So this is Makeup Obsession. Looking at their Instagram, it says your new makeup obsession. I cannot speak today. 100% cruelty free with a vegan selection. So I was looking at their Instagram and I noticed their link said Revolution Beauty, and so I looked a little bit more, and what I'm seeing is that this is actually a sister company to Makeup Revolution, so that's interesting. And like I said, they are exclusive to Target. So just kind of looking at some of the photos, definitely looks like an intriguing brand. You know, maybe one that I would be interested in trying out. I don't try a ton from Makeup Revolution. They're just not a brand that typically gets me really excited, gets me really hyped, but I do like some of their products in there. I just recently moved, and I moved away from a Target. Target is no longer super accessible to me. I mean, of course, there's always online and all of that, but I live about 90 minutes now from a Target, which is, that was a hard thing to give up. Looks like they have quite a range of products. I see highlighters, concealers. Looks like there's some palettes out there, some eyeshadow palettes. So looks intriguing. I'll probably see if, you know, there's going to be some reviews on it and check out what people are saying. But I tend to get excited when new brands come out, and I kind of poke around with them a little bit and see about them. And, you know, again, if reviews are coming in, I like to watch them. But sometimes I'm not the first one going and jumping in line, because I'm definitely, you know, I'm pretty conscious of what I'm spending my money on, and I really like to buy things that I think that I'm going to love. You know, every once in a while I grab a new product when it's coming out and try it out for a YouTube video, but more times than not, I kind of wait for the reviews or buy something that, even if I haven't seen a review, I have a pretty good idea I'm gonna like it. You know, it's from a brand that I really like a lot of their products already, or things like that. So, you know, I'll watch and see what people are saying, but I'd love to know if you've picked up anything from the brand yet, or if you're curious about them. So TheBalm is coming out with an interesting new product. So this is a highlight and blush duo. This is TheBalm Fire. So it says featuring super shimmery highlighting blushes for a beautiful glow. You can also use them as shadows. So they're going to be $26 each, and there's 3 different ones to choose from. So it was funny, I started to get a few tags on them, and people were kind of like, what do you think? I don't know if I understand this product. So I tried to like poke around a little bit more and see what I could find out. But looking at the swatches, so again, they look like they have more pigment to just be a highlighter on my particular skin tone, even across all 3 of them. Like, I would need to use them as more of like a glowy blush, but then looking at the swatches, I almost kind of wondered if it would be, again, too much on my skin. The duo that interested me the most was the Dusk and Dawn one, because I thought Dawn was a really beautiful color. But I just don't know if these would work for me. I do like glowy products. I like glowy bronzers. I like glowy blushes right now. Whereas, you know, even just a few months ago, I was really into more matte products. I'm definitely more glowy now. But I feel like these are going to be a little bit too either like highlightery or glittery. Like Victory looks like it has a lot of glitter in it. So I don't know if that's necessarily my personal preference. Like, I like something just a little bit more just toned down, if you will. So an interesting product and all of that, but not something that I think I'm gonna get. Thought it was fun to see that MAC is releasing some more Fix Plus products. So it says new additions to the family. These are travel size Fix Plus setting sprays, and they are in scents, and these are going to be limited edition. So we have watermelon, pineapple, cucumber, white tea, peony, and Fix Plus with SPF 30, which that was really intriguing to me as well. I love the Fix Plus. I've gone through multiple bottles of my Fix Plus. I have the lavender Fix Plus, and I enjoy it so much. The only one that I didn't really love was the mattifying Fix Plus. I didn't really see a whole lot with that one, and it was almost like a little bit more of a thicker of a spray, which I didn't totally love. But other than that, I've really liked them. I don't see a price on these right now, and they just say coming soon, but I'm getting pretty low on both my regular Fix Plus and my lavender one, and so I know I'm gonna need to pick up a new one, and I'm kind of interested in these. Like, I kind of want to grab one, especially because it'll probably be a bit cheaper since it's the travel size. So I might grab a scented shade, just because, again, I use a setting spray every single day. I typically use it multiple times a day for setting my makeup, for melting powders into my skin. So it's something that I use and I do go through. So I'm kind of thinking about grabbing one. I don't know. I kind of would want to smell them though. And again, I no longer live by an Ulta, which is very tough. But maybe if I could get in somewhere, because I'm thinking maybe like peony. Peonies are my favorite flowers. So I was thinking maybe that one, or I don't know. Peony, I think, is the #1 that I'm interested in, but I kind of would like to smell them and spray them and see what, you know, if I'm gonna like the scent that I put on my face. But I'm actually kind of excited for those, and especially because, like I said, I'm getting low on my Fix Plus. I feel like I can justify purchasing another one because I know I'm gonna use it. Becca Cosmetics is coming out with a new palette. This is going to be exclusive to Nordstrom. This is the Afterglow palette. This video is such a struggle. I feel like my mind is in so many different spots today, but that's okay. Includes brand new and best-selling shades of highlighter, blush, and bronzer. This is going to be $44. So inside we have the highlighter in Crystal Gold and also Champagne Pop. We have the Sunlit bronzer in Capri Coast, and the blushes in Snapdragon, and also Flower Child. So it's available now, so I will have it linked down below at Nordstrom. I'm not going to get it for myself because I have Capri Coast, I have Champagne Pop, and I also have Flower Child. So I already own 3 of the 5 shades in here. And I'm also trying not to buy as many face palettes right now. That's one area that I've really tried to take a step back. I used to purchase face palettes like it was nobody's business because I enjoyed them so much, and I still do. And especially if you can find one where when they have multiple products in here, like the blushes and the bronzers and the highlighters, if you can find one where the shades you can use all of them, or at least like the majority of them, that's a pretty cool thing. Like the Smashbox Kylie Contour palette, I really enjoyed. That one's in my shop, my stash. It has a setting powder, a contour, a bronzer, a blush that I all use a ton. Just the highlights are the ones that I don't use as much, but I still have that option in there. So I think that's fantastic. So probably I think I would have gotten on pretty well with this palette if I didn't have any of those shades. But again, I have 3 of the 5 out of there, so I'm not going to be picking that up for me personally. Wouldn't be a good purchase. So I got a ton of tags that Persona Cosmetics is coming out with some more products, which I'm very excited about. I really, really like Persona Cosmetics. I think the releases are so well done. So whenever I see new products are coming, new shades, anything like that, I get pretty stoked. So they're coming out with new lip shades. So we have a pink and a coral gloss, $16 each, or $24 for the duo. It says infused with avocado oil, almond oil, and shea butter. And then we also have Phoenix, which is the matte liquid lipstick. This is a vibrant, a fiery orange red. This is going to be $16. Will be available June 6th online and June 23rd at Ulta Beauty. So I'm really excited about this, and I'm actually thinking I'm going to be receiving these products. I've actually talked with someone at Persona about this, and we might have something fun coming up together. So if you're not following me on Instagram, you should, because I think I'm gonna have something kind of fun coming up with them and the releases of these new shades. So I did want to say that, but regardless, if I didn't think, you know, maybe these might be coming to me, I think the ones that I would be most interested in would be the glosses. I've tried both the liquid lipsticks and the lip glosses from Persona. Highly recommend both. I think that they're fantastic. The liquid lipstick in Phoenix is probably a shade that I wouldn't wear as much, so I don't think I would have gone for that one. But the coral lip gloss actually is one that I could have seen myself going for. I do have the 3 lip glosses that Persona came out with. So there is a peach in there, and then more of a nude and honey that I really, really love, and then kind of a deeper nude. So the pink one I kind of was leaning towards, but also coral is like my jam right now. I love wearing corals at this moment. Coral makeup, coral shirts, like I'm really feeling it. So I was kind of going back and forth when I first saw the news between the pink and the coral gloss, because I thought it would be fun to pick another one up. So those were the 2 that I was most eyeing, but I think maybe I would have gone for the coral. Maybe, or the pink. But I'm very excited about this, and I'm excited to see them doing more shades, because so far with the liquid lipsticks and the lip glosses, there's only 3 shades in each. So I think it's going to be fun to get more shades. And I've said in the past before, I really like how Sona does her releases. You know, it's not too overwhelming, it's not too much at a time, but everything that I've tried has been really nice quality, really good quality, which I think is awesome. So I'm pretty excited about that. Glamlite is coming out with more pizza products, which when I was first getting tags on it, I thought, has this been like restocked, or like what's going on? Haven't I already talked about the Glamlite pizza palette? But this says more slices of pizza. This time each one is an eyeshadow palette. Each slice includes 10 new shades that are different from the original pizza palette, and it's going to be $22 a slice. So we have the Veggie Lover, which has the greens in it, and then the Meat Lover, which has the pinks and reds, will be available to order on June 8th at the Glamlite website. So I've talked about Glamlite and some other like food palettes in the past. They're just not really my thing. I enjoy the creativity behind it. That's really fun, but just not enough. Like, it's not something that I feel like I need in my personal collection. I've searched a few videos and I've seen a few people reviewing the palettes and all of that, and they look nice, and again, they look fun and everything, but especially from watching the reviews, I don't feel like I have to run out and grab these, if you know what I'm saying. But I would love if you would let us know if you're interested in more of these like slices type of palettes from Glamlite, but that's going to be a pass for me. So next up, I have some releases from L'Oreal to talk about for their summer collection. This is going to be a Walmart exclusive. I actually do have a Walmart in the area. How about that? So this is the Summer Belle limited edition collection. We have glowing lip glosses for $9.99, some bronzers for $14.98, blushes for $9.99, a Face and Body Liquid Illuminizer for $14.98 because everybody releasing those right now. So I will say when I was looking at this photo, my eyes kind of immediately went to the bronzer because why not? I've been buying so many bronzers lately. My bronzer collection has like doubled in the last like 6 weeks or something like that. I don't know what it is with bronzers, but they are all calling my attention at this moment. So the bronzers really had me quite interested. I like the packaging on everything. It's very fun and, you know, very summery and all of that. The bronzers are not a bad price. Well, the bronzers are $14.98. I guess that's maybe a little bit higher than I would be expecting for a L'Oreal bronzer. Okay. Well, there's that. But that is kind of the one that interested me the most. Lip glosses, I'm definitely more into gloss. I have the new one on from Hourglass right now that I'm testing out. The body luminizers, I'm not so much into. The blushes look pretty, but I'm not a big, like, blushes don't typically call out to me, but the bronzers I was kind of thinking about. It looks like there's 3 different shades, but looking at the photo, like, I don't know if I can tell a big difference between the shades, so I don't know about that for sure. So I'll just say that. Like, I was trying to tell if it was the same bronzer and she just kind of put both in her. Oh wait, no, yeah, the top one both says 01. So I see an 01 and an 04. So that's maybe why. So maybe there's a better selection than what I am seeing on this photo here. Oh yeah, because there's an 03. So I think maybe there's 4 different bronzers. Okay, so I don't know. Maybe I would grab a bronzer if I was thinking about it. If I was like casually browsing through the Walmart section and all of a sudden a bronzer was like, buy me. And I'm like, what? Okay. You know, if something like that happened, I might pick it up. Because bronzers, just for whatever reason right now, happen to be a weakness. Let's sneak in a bit of Colourpop. I didn't feel like there was like a big like woo-woo Colourpop release because usually that's how we start off the videos, but they have curated 3 eyeshadow palettes with existing shades. So we have 2 big palettes. They each include 24 shades and this is going to be $40. There's also a smaller palette that has 12 shades and it's going to be $20. So it's filled with their single shadows. A lot of times Colourpop will do a build your own palette where you can kind of customize your own palette and your own shadows in there, which I think is cool. Sometimes they have these kind of pre-made palettes. A lot of times I've seen them in, you know, kind of collaboration with another influencer. They put together a palette, but this looks like to be the 3 other palettes. I can't say anything really calls to me at this moment. I just don't feel like I need any of them. I actually have a pretty large Colourpop palette with some single shadows in there also. So really pretty. You know, the prices aren't bad either for the Colourpop shadows, but I feel like they're probably going to be dropping a new eyeshadow palette like probably by the time this video posts, and I might be interested in that. So I'm going to say no to the curated palettes. I got quite a few tags on this new product from Maybelline. They're coming out with a Superstay concealer. So it says full coverage. I think that's supposed to say long lasting under eye concealer. It says long lasting, but that's okay. Full coverage lightweight formula. A smooth seamless under eye finish up to 24 hours. Waterproof, transfer smudge proof. Coming in 12 shades. It just says coming soon right now. I'm curious about this. I did try out the Maybelline Superstay foundation and I actually did not enjoy it. I ended up returning it. It didn't look great on me. So I'm a little bit hesitant to try this one out. I do like full coverage concealers, but I just worry because the Maybelline was just so unflattering on me, and I know a foundation and concealer are different, but still it's just one of those that like when something comes out and it's paired, like the NYX was the same with the Can't Stop Won't Stop. I didn't love the foundation, so the concealer came out and I was like, I don't know if I want to get that. So I have a lot of concealers and concealers tend to really interest me, but I don't know. I'm probably not going to try out that one from Maybelline, but maybe, you know, everyone will be reviewing it and saying fabulous things and I'll be like, oh my gosh, I should go pick this up. So that's kind of my thoughts on the Maybelline there. And then I was getting some fun tags on this new release from Tarte, and a couple people said, can you guess the brand? I couldn't, because I've said that sometimes when I see posts, I try to guess the brand before I read the caption and see who it is. And so this is, like I said, it's from Tarte. So they're coming out with the Busy Gal Gloss for $17 and also the Busy Gal Blush for $25, and that's a multi-purpose cheek tint and for your lips. So I thought it was funny looking at the glosses. I don't think I would have guessed Tarte. I actually kind of looking at the lip glosses in particular, my mind kind of first went to maybe a drugstore brand. I don't know if I thought that because Colourpop recently came out with their So Juicy glosses and they kind of look a little bit similar, so maybe that's like why my mind went to there, but I don't think I would have guessed Tarte. But I don't feel like I need any of these Tarte. I'm still just kind of on a break from Tarte. Nothing's really catching my attention from the brand. So the glosses, I mean, they look fine and everything. The swatches look good, but I just don't think I need them. And then the like lip and cheek tint, I just don't really use products like that, so I don't think that that would be a good purchase for me personally. So I'm going to pass on those from Tarte, but I'd love to know your thoughts on them. This just got posted that Too Faced is coming out. Well, we've known that this is coming out, but now we actually have a bit more information, so I will touch on this. This is the Born This Way foundation powder. So let's see, we have 25 different shades. It's going to be $37. Oil-free, controls shine, lasts for 12 hours, blurs the look of imperfection, non-drying, creamy and comfortable powder formula. There's a 2-in-1 sponge for different coverage levels. They're also coming out with a few more products like some brushes and all of that. But it's exciting to finally see this because we've kind of been getting a few like sneak peeks and hints and all of that. So I'm not really a big powder foundation girl anymore. I used to wear them like pretty much solely, but I've kind of gotten away from that. I'm typically just doing a liquid foundation, a tinted moisturizer, a BB cream, even concealer, and you know, just some of my regular setting powder. But for a foundation powder, I just don't really go for those a lot. This sounds really interesting, especially because it keeps saying how like creamy this is, so I'm kind of like wondering about that and how creamy it is and how comfortable it is. So I'll probably watch and see. You know, I bet a bunch of people are going to be reviewing this, giving their thoughts, and I'll be curious to see what they have to say. But it's not something that I get super excited for just because I know my makeup preferences and not something that I wear a ton. I thought I would close it talking about two brands that I've kind of mentioned that I don't purchase a lot from them, but both of these kind of newer releases kind of caught my attention. And you know, I'm someone who, I never say never, you never know when you'll change your mind and all of that, but I've also said that if items are coming out that maybe I think are really well done or are interesting or just catch my attention, I can still mention them. And you know, I don't dislike anyone for supporting brands that maybe I don't support or liking someone I don't like. You know, we're all different, and I think that's what makes us all fun and unique and all of that. But Kylie Cosmetics is doing another collaboration with Khloe Kardashian. So I've purchased from Kylie in the past. I haven't had the best experience, so I just kind of was like, nah, I can hold back, like it's fine. I will say that this collection kind of caught my attention. So she's already done a collab with Khloe in the past, so I think this is the, oh no, she's done 2, so this is round 3. Okay, so we have the Coco eyeshadow palette, the True Mama highlighter, and we also have 2 different liquid lipsticks and a lip liner. It's going to be available June 14th. And so the reason, that's so funny, the reason that this collection caught my attention is because of the liquid lipstick that's called The Bigger the Hoops, because I do enjoy my hoop earrings. These aren't even my biggest ones, but I do really enjoy hoop earrings. And sometimes my friends will say stuff to me like, you know, like the bigger the hoops, the bigger the hoe, and all that stuff. And they're like, haha, Sam's got big hoops on tonight. And I'm like, haha, you're so funny. I remember over the weekend I was telling my friends, I was like, you know, I don't even buy from Kylie Cosmetics, but she's coming out with a liquid lipstick called The Bigger the Hoops. And my friend looked at me and she goes, you should probably get that. I was like, thanks. I just enjoy big hoops. I think that they're fun to wear. So I was like excited when the hoops were coming back, because hoops were really in when I was in college and I owned so many hoops. Like looking back at old photos, you always see me with my giant hoop earrings in, and I had piercings all the way up my ears, cartilage right here. I can't remember what that was called, but yeah, on this ear all the way up, my cartilage was pierced. So I had a lot of earrings going on, and then my big hoops on top of that. So that particular shade it's a really pretty pink, but I don't know if it's the pink that I tend to gravitate towards a ton. And again, like I said, I don't really purchase from Kylie Cosmetics. It was just kind of like a funny thing, and we had that kind of funny conversation. I was like, dang, like the names, like are there anything that you've purchased kind of because of the name, like that's what drew you in? Because that's kind of what I thought of with this collection. But it does look like a really pretty collection. The eyeshadow does look really pretty with some really nice shimmers in there. The highlight looks pretty too. So you know, it looks like a nice collection. I'm not going to purchase anything from it, but I thought I would mention it. I know a lot of people really, you know, really do like Kylie Cosmetics and purchase quite a bit from them. So just thought I would mention that release. And then the last one that I have here is from Jeffree Star. I haven't purchased anything from Jeffree Star myself, but I saw that he was coming out with a Jawbreaker collection, and I don't know about you, but I love the Jawbreaker movie. When I saw that, I was like, ooh, like I might take a look at that and just, you know, see what it's about and see kind of what he came up with like the creativity and everything behind these palettes. And I thought it was actually pretty cool to see. So there's going to be a Jawbreaker eyeshadow palette with 24 shades. This is going to be $58, but then they're also coming out with a mini breaker. This is the first mini eyeshadow palette from Jeffree Star, has 9 shades, and it's going to be $28. There's going to be more products in there. There's a highlight palette, there's some liquid lipsticks, lip scrubs, and some accessories and such, but I thought I would just touch on the eyeshadow palettes. But the big eyeshadow palette is definitely very large. They said this is the biggest eyeshadow palette that Jeffree Star has come out with. So again, 24 shades. I really like the outer packaging and everything. I think that's really fun. The actual palette overwhelms me just a little bit. I talk about how I don't have the most visual mind. So sometimes looking at a palette where it's just kind of like a lot of colors going on at once, I'm like, I have no idea what I would do with that. Like, I would be so overwhelmed personally. But it is very pretty, and I looked at the swatches and the pastels, like the swatches of the pastels do look really nice because they do look like pastel shades, but they also look like they have a lot of oomph. I'm also not a big palette girl. I tend to go for my smaller palettes now, less shades. So that's why I was kind of curious about the mini palette also. So again, that one is 9 shades for the $28. So not a bad price because the Huda Obsessions are $9, or $9. You get 9 shades for $27, so kind of on par there. But the shade selection in this one, I still think, even if I did buy from Jeffree Star, I don't think I would have gone for this one either. Still really cool. Like, I like the colors that were picked, but I don't know if I would do like a full look with this palette. And again, that's kind of just my personal makeup preference. Definitely not everyone is that way, but that's what I tend to like, and kind of factors into when I am purchasing eyeshadow palettes. But I just thought that was really interesting. And then when I saw the big eyeshadow palette and the small eyeshadow palette, I also like that they're coming out at the same time, because some brands have released, you know, a large palette, and then a couple months down the line they've released smaller palettes, and I've been like, man, I wish they just would have released at the same time, because maybe you went out and purchased the bigger palette, but you're like, oh, if I would have known the smaller palette was coming out, I wouldn't have done it. But now does it make sense to purchase the smaller if I already have the bigger one? So I really like that they're coming out at the same time. So thought I would mention that one as well. But other than that, that is going to wrap it up for today's Will I Buy It. I would love to know your thoughts down below on the products that we chatted about. Let me know what has your attention. Let me know what you're passing over. But other than that, if you guys enjoyed today's video, I hope that you'll give it a thumbs up. I hope that you'll also consider subscribing before you go, and I will see you guys in tomorrow's video.